on the Listener app and on your radio. This is Triple M's Rush Hour with JB and Bill, and now we are joined by three-time Ross Glendenning medalist and an actually good footballer from Assumption College.
I know.
Our next guest played 141 games with the Dockers in Gold Coast.
Ball comes out the back. Here's Barlow. Oh, the ballerina kicks a goal. Spun out of the tackle and kicked a beauty. Michael Barlow.
Now he's a member of the Triple M family with the Dead Set Legends in Perth.
Three-time Ross Glendenning and one-time subbed out in the Derby. I've done it all at the Derbies.
Please welcome Michael Barlow.
In he comes, Mickey boy. Good to see you.
Off the long run, Jim. Billy, good to see you. He's been giving me a bit of grief already.
Well, you're both Assumption boys, so if you put you both together, you'll make up one intellect.
It's a great
you'll
school.
be 90% of it.
Did you see the jumper on the slide?
I did see the jumper, but what I was drawn to was down below. In between the
good friends at CUB.
in between the pins. I was a bit worried about what was going on there, Jim.
No,
But it was
horrible.
good to see the Assumption jumper for all the old collegians.
It was, absolutely. It's there's a big sportsman's event coming up. I think in August. You'll be heading along. You haven't heard about it.
No, I haven't. But there is a new pavilion.
They asked all the good ones.
Yes.
So Croft and Dicko and
I think the
Mick and not you.
there's a new pavilion at Assumption College on the main oval, and it's called the Neil Danaher Pavilion. So that will be good there.
Fitting.
You went there. Hey, Ross Glendenning.
Allen medalist.
Yes, it is
Rabs?
now.
Come
Yeah.
on.
They've
Yeah,
now just-
right.
Over in West Australia, Rabs, all they worry about is West Coast Eagles. So they thought, let's get Ben Allen involved, who was the inaugural captain of the joint, of Fremantle, of the
Also
football.
a Hawthorn premiership player.
Because you've won 3 of them, do you have a drink with Roscoe? I hope not.
No, I don't.
Because he likes a drink, Jim, doesn't he? Oh, Ross.
I'll tell you what he does. Friday night's where he gets his eye right in, Roscoe, and I'm calling the footy and my phone starts bouncing on the desk. And the old number 4 with the lace-up jumper and the steel wool hair is giving me all sorts of feedback on the way that the Friday nights are being handled. Great man, Ross Glendenning. As is Ben Allen, of course. Claremont boy, Mickey. You can't go wrong.
curly hair.
Curly hair.
But also now Werribee. Tell us how that's going, because you're the new coach of Werribee.
I am.
You weren't. Choco was there, of course.
You just shut up there, Bill. All right. Bill came to my football club, Jim, to do a sportsman's lunch. He came.
Free.
He came. He didn't come for free, I tell you, mate.
That goes nowhere for free.
I've been docked a month's pay. Then COVID comes, docked 2 months' pay. I'm like, well, what about Bill's packet? No, he's not giving that back. That's been spent. But anyway, he came. And I listened to your show religiously. And the next day, or it might have been on the Rub on Saturday, you were talking about the luncheon.
Oh.
And you were giving it all sorts of grief, saying there was only Mick Barlow, the coach, and 2 tables of 10.
Well, there was.
And
I went around individually and spoke to them.
there was 3 tables of 10. We were just and capped capacity in terms of COVID and all that, Bill. So hey, thanks for coming out, but you're not invited back.
They would have been bored shitless.
No,
too,
they loved it.
The
No,
pace.
he went with one of those stories. He went and
every
drank a few
time.
beers
So
and
rubber
rocked around
band.
with him.
Hey, but you've had 4 straight wins there at Werribee.
We have 4
Going
straight-
nicely.
unbeaten for about 3 months because we haven't played for a month in there.
Yeah.
But going okay. We started off a bit slow. 0-2.
Yeah.
A couple of shifts of the magnets,
Oh,
Bill.
good
A little bit
boy.
of a game plan adjustment.
Yes.
And 4-2.
Do you know who's, you should know this, Michael, but do you know who's on top of the ladder in the VFL, Jim?
I do.
Melbourne?
No.
You won't get it in 20 guesses.
You won't.
Jim.
There's 22
Frankston?
teams.
They should be nearly have an AFL licence if the 17th club wasn't given a licence. Here's a quiz question for you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Southport.
South
The Southport Footy Club are on top. They haven't lost a game yet. They must be a very good side, are they?
Well, no COVID in Queensland, so they've played about 15 games. We've only played 5.
Right.
Yeah,
But they are going well. They
Yeah.
are a lot of ex-AFL players. Their coaching crew is essentially made up of former Suns coaches. They've got Matty Primus there, Matty Lappin, Ryan Davis, who used to play for the Suns. They've got Billy Gowers kicking bags of
So
goals
he
for
kicked
the,
8
for the
last week,
Sharks.
yeah.
So looking forward to getting up there, hopefully, the end of July to play the Sharks, which was meant to go into a bye the next week, Jim.
Yes.
Now that they've dumped a game on us in the bye, so I couldn't stay up and sun myself for the week.
Now you're going to the hallowed ground, the hallowed turf this Saturday, of course.
we
You're
are.
wandering out onto the Arden Street precinct. And, like, you get the hair stands up on the back of your neck, Mick, when you get there.
Last time I went to, I've been to Arden Street since, Jim. When I got drafted, I've never really told this story on air, and I've had a few opportunities, but played at Werribee, aligned with North Melbourne.
I know.
So you'd think that
Well,
at
I
least
would have
consider taking me.
I would have thought.
I went and had my meeting on it was meant to be a Monday. a Monday afternoon, go over your draft meeting. What had happened, though, the weekend before? I'd been out and about, been to a 21st. Might have got a little bit intoxicated.
Oh, come on,
Ended up
Mickey.
I've never been in a fight in my life,
Oh, no.
but I got
Mick.
punched in the melon.
Oh, no.
I got punched in the melon. Nothing untoward from my end. I
Yes.
think this guy just...
You got one of those heads.
Yeah.
You have. You'd like to punch.
Anyway, a black eye.
Yes.
Nothing happened after the fight. I was out.
Yeah.
It was all. I rang my mum for some advice. What do I do, Mum? Got a black eye. Got a meeting with North Melbourne. Okay. Come home. Come home. We'll do it later in the week. Tell them later in the week you'll go see him. Black eye will go down. I have my face has a capacity to hold onto a bruise. So I got to Friday and Mum said, "Go put your hand up in the air and tell them what happened."
Yep.
And North Melbourne never talked to me again.
Oh.
What the hell?
But you did have a pretty good career, haven't you? You'd be happy with your career, Mickey Barlow.
Happy enough, yeah.
The oath.
It's one of those ones that I was just thrilled to play a game and get onto a list, and that was my dream as a kid. It was 1,000,000 to 1 when I was growing up and going through Assumption College. Bill, I won the best and fairest. Did you win the best and fairest at Assumption?
Wouldn't have.
I come tie with Tim Powell.
You wouldn't have
I
won it.
kicked 155 goals and I come a draw in the best and fairest. So, but grew up in Shepparton, went to Assumption.
Yep.
So you've had a bloody good career, I reckon,
Yeah,
mate.
and I wouldn't change it for anything. You know, like going to university and getting drafted out of the VFL. I've lived some life experience, so I think that helps me now with my coaching and my transition into that next phase of life. So stoked with my career. Now a passionate Fremantle supporter and member. Still trying to gain that allegiance to the Suns and get that back because I played a bit of footy there, but hoping both of those sides go really well.
Well, Mick,
go
you
forward.
had the great privilege, 130 plus times, I reckon, to play with the man I've said for many years is my favourite footballer, and that's David Mundy.
Oh, yeah.
What a superstar, and what a beautiful man, too. Humble, hard-working. I love him.
Yeah, absolute legend. Unbelievable. Yeah, and he's what he was as well. On the field, what you see is absolutely outstanding, but off the field, his leadership and capacity to make others grow and better and be better is outstanding. He's a family man. He's got shocking fashion sense.
Looks like that.
Where's the career savers there, Bill? The Asics grass cats, He's worn them since he was 18.
He's from Seymour.
Yeah, Puckapunyal and all
he
that. But a
Puckapunyal?
really good man, smooth mover. And hey, let's get him another contract, hey?
Yeah, exactly.
Peter Bell,
No doubt.
if you're listening, you will be listening, Belly.
Yes.
Sign him up.
How good are Freo? They're only a game out of the 8, by the way. They don't get a lot of mentions over here. And how good is their coach?
Decimated by injury as well, Bill. We'll get to that. But I really rate Justin Longmuir, or as Eddie Maguire calls him, Justin Longmire, or John Longmire. Doesn't have no idea, Ed. No idea. But anyway.
Oh, you'll be listening to this.
Justin Longmuir. I said I do a segment with the other Rush Hour, the high rating one in WA
They've just
with
joined the
with a pro.
fraternity.
Over there, it's a bit the same. They've got a pro
Yes.
and they've got a buffet.
Yeah,
And you just pick which one.
So I'm the pro, yep.
Yeah.
So I said Justin Longmuir will be the first coach of a premiership for Fremantle. And I said that, and I said that meaning that it's not going to be next year or the year after. It might be. Hopefully it will
Building
be.
towards.
But he is the man for that job for a long, long time. He'll be a 10-plus year coach at that football club.
I
he's
like what
is
they're
brilliant.
doing. I think they just need someone forward of the ball, Mick. They
do.
need someone.
Yeah.
I tell you, someone like, I know the only one I can think of, like Drew Petrie. Just an animal competitor who's never outmarked, brings it to ground because they got real good small forwards who get to the drop. Too often they get outmarked back there and then the ball trampolines out of
And
there.
for 10, 15 years, they've been trying to recruit one, haven't they? To help
They
have
have,
in the earlier days. And Taverner's up and going. Josh Tracy's just signed a contract extension. And again, people in Victoria wouldn't be too aware of these names, but I think Josh Tracy's one they've found him off a rookie list and going, okay, I don't like his...
Doesn't need to be Gary Ablett Senior, just someone who competes and doesn't allow it out of the area.
Spot
If
on.
they get that, the rest they've got in spades.
Adam Cerra, it looks like he might be coming back home here.
Yep, yeah, and my opinion on it, I like the way he plays, but in terms of upsetting the apple cart, paying him too much, I wouldn't be in favour of that. They've got a lot of good kids there already, so if it is... Cerra comes back. Thanks for your service. Off you go, and let's put some effort into signing Sean Darcy and the other guys around the.
Well, he's another
edges.
one, Sean Darcy. There's
from Cobden, Bill.
Cobden. A lot of rumours that everyone wants to go to Geelong, of course. So why wouldn't you?
Well, what about your mob? We'll pinch a couple from you.
Well, who?
Jordan Clark. We'll take Quinton Narkle.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll
No.
take those two, please.
No, you
Thank you.
can't.
What'd you call him?
No, he's a good bloke. He's a good bloke.
He's a bit grumpy.
I'm going to say.
He's worked a double today. I've
Take
got
it
to
out
hear
personally.
he doesn't like working too much at the best of times, and Triple M's got him working a double.
He does not. He does not.
You can't say that.
No. Now, well done at Werribee, mate. Things are going beautifully there. You've taken over from the great Choco Williams, who's, of course, headed to Melbourne, but you're going beautifully. Good to see you.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Bill.
And you can catch Mickey Barlow talking to Rush Hour in Perth every Monday on the Listener app. This is the Rush Hour. JB and Bill, Triple M.